Okay guys, so today we are going to see how to make a particular web service run on HTTPS, right? So I have created a simple web service. Okay, so what is the criteria? I mean, not criteria, I mean how we can basically run a particular web service which is exposed in IIB, right? How we can basically locate the web service. So this way we can locate, right? Here the protocol, then your host. I'm running it on my local window machine, so this will be localhost. This is my execution group port number. Okay, how I can check? Let me clear my screen. See, this is the command, and right, using which I can check the port number of my execution group. This is HTTP port number. Okay, this is execution, and this is the endpoint which we provided here, here on HTTP transfer property. And then if I execute this web service is nothing but it is retrieving the employee details based on some employee ID. So let me hit it. Okay, so I'm getting a response now. I want this web service to run on HTTPS. Okay, so for that, what I need is I need to make it HTTPS, and then I have to provide the HTTPS port number here. This is HTTP port number. Okay, so in order to do that, first we have to check this property, use HTTPS. Okay, save it. Now we have to set some HTTPS port number. Okay, if I check my HTTPS port number, currently it is 0. So now I have to set some HTTPS port number. Okay, so there is a command, this command, copy, provide any port number here. Let it is 7788, something like that. Okay, hit enter. Okay, now deploy my service again. Now I have bought the thing. I have made it HTTPS, and I have the port number which is 7788. Okay, so let's go ahead and change it. If I try to run this service this time, this won't work because I have basically migrated this service to HTTPS. So this time this connection is getting refused. So let me change it to HTTPS and the port number which is 7788. If I go ahead and run this, see, again I am getting refused. But why I am getting refused? See, I should basically be able to access my service, right? So what additional thing I have to do? So this was the actual interview question that I was asked in an interview. Interviewer asked me like I want to run my service on HTTPS, and also I have basically I have set the execution group port number, but still I am not basically able to access. So what additional thing I have to do? See, this service wants to run on HTTPS, so it has to basically uh, it has to validate its identity, right? So this service should provide its identity certificate. Okay, so that certificate we need to add in a keystore file, and then we have to attach the keystore with our execution group using certain commands. So how we can do it? So let's see. Okay, so let's open IBM key management. It was 77. Okay, create. Here we are creating a keystore file. Make it JKS. let me change the location where I want to save my keystore. Provide any name to your keystore. I am making it IIB keystore, IIB keystore, save it. Now provide any password. I am providing IIB only here. Now here you have to basically assign a personal certificate in order to have you know this web service accessed. Now click on new self-signed, write any name, personal cert, nothing, click OK. Now okay, so your basically certificate is added. Now you have to associate this keystore with your execution group. So for that we have certain commands. Just go to the commands. This is like how we can associate a keystore. So these are the commands which you can find in description section also. So here we have to provide the location of your keystore along with your keystore name, full name. Okay, provide it here. Provide the password. Okay, so these are nothing. This is just basically setting up the type of your keystore. Then these are for password. Okay, so let me go ahead and run these commands. Okay, commands are executed. After that, let me reload my execution group. Okay, my execution group is reloaded. Now let's go ahead and basically try to run this service now. See, this time it is working, right? So this way basically we can have a web service accessed on HTTPS, right? So these are the steps that we have to perform. Okay, so keystore is nothing but it is basically it contains some private keys and the identity certificate of this particular object, this particular service. Okay, so that certificate we have added and we have associated the keystore with the execution group, and now my basically this service is working.